Welcome to Round Glass. I'm Miriam Parker. Overjoyed to be guiding you in today's session on invoking love. We are going to be tuning in to the vibration of love to see the light in ourselves and others. So my question to you is, where would you like to see a little bit more light, a little bit more brightness, a little bit more tenderness in your life? Maybe it's in your workplace or career. And I want you to think about this because whatever aspect you choose, we'll use that in the meditation. So please feel free to share in the chat. So invoking love is for me and another way of saying that I want to tune myself to focus in on the radiant nature of love. And I want to do that to help me to connect to something that's infinite and moving. Somehow I've gotten myself into a relationship with my workplace or with a partner and where I'm not able to see anything else except for red. Um, and I want to be able to move that. So invoking love is a way of invoking also the wisdom that allows something to move. So how do we open the door to the feeling of love? That's kind of where I wanted to focus our minds today and share a little bit of insight. How do we, because we don't always have that access. And so I've spoken about it before. We can invoke love by playing with the definition of what love is. Maybe it's not romantic love, maybe it's just simply kindness. And another way that I wanted to talk about today, it has a twofold part to it, two parts to this one way. So when maybe it appears to not be there, this feeling of love, when you go into work, it's not there. Let's use that as an example. I want you to, in your practice today, when you bring up this moment, know that compassion is going to be the sensation that helps to open yourself up to that sense of infinite love, right? Or a sense of flow. And with that flow, you can start to feel gratitude, and it becomes like a internal lavage for your heart and emotional state that can help to shift from something that feels stuck and unmoving to something that feels open and flowing, right? So we're going to try this out in our practice, and I'm going to help you to use the mechanism of how is it that we can bring a little bit of heat and openness to a area in your body, such as the heart. And so I want you to, we're going to begin our practice today with just placing your hands together. The gesture is not so important. The sense that your palms are connected and your fingers are connected are important. And you don't even need to rub your hands together. I want you to just close your eyes for a moment and focus on the space between your hands. Focus all the energy. I want you to really feel what part of your hands are touching the other and what is not. And notice that there's a bit of heat starting to form in the palms. And then lay your hands where you're going to position them for your meditation now. Perhaps on your lap, or you can have them folded on your lap as well if you're seated. Placing them, keeping the awareness of the sensation of the hands touching your legs or themselves. And notice where your mind goes, which is to the hands. Energy is there. a brightening and widening of your awareness is starting to occur. And in the realm of yoga, you would call that your prana, the energy. And so feel how the mind moves to the hands. The awareness begins to brighten. The depth of your sensation begins to deepen. And then we're going to add the ingredient of compassion. That your hands are in contact with your body, imbued with compassion, imbued with a sensitivity of kindness and love. And then I invite you to bring the hands to your heart and the other to the belly. And feel that the gesture of placing your hand in such a way is transmitting the sensation of kindness to your heart, to your belly. Begin to breathe into the belly, lower, middle, upper, and exhaling upper, middle, lower. Inhale, bottom, middle of the breath, belly, upper, chest. Exhaling from the upper chest, middle belly, lower belly. Feeling up the bottom, the middle, and the top. Exhaling from the top, the middle, and the belly. Feel the heat from your hands begin to spread. Injecting a sense of kindness in the way that you're relating to the state of mind that you are in. Not changing it, not pushing it away, simply holding space with a mind of compassion. In that space is you and your body and your mind and all the complexities of emotions that you may be showing up with today. Allow and feel the body respond to the touch of the hands. Is there a way that you can receive just a little bit more from this connection of your hand on your heart and your hand on your belly? And then gently begin to release the hands, allowing them to fall to your lap. Maintain the awareness of the breath moving from the lower to the middle to the upper chest and out through the upper, middle, and lower. The eyelids are soft. Bring the same awareness, invoking within your mind the sense of love. Feel that the way that the eyelids are kissing your eyes are a gesture of love. And know that as your mind focuses on the eyelids, the awareness deepens. Perhaps you'll see light, warmth. Know the energy is focusing in to that area, and the thought of compassion, of kindness begins to massage any tension around the eyes. What was hard becomes soft. Always reminding yourself you don't need to change. Simply hold your awareness injected with a sense of love and compassion. The eye muscles are relaxed now. What might have felt unsteady is becoming more and more steady as you allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears, the elbows to really rest right underneath your shoulders. Spine is stacked nice and tall. And the legs are in a state of flowing into the ground. Imagine your favorite color. And feel that the color is present in the breath. And wherever the breath moves, the mind moves to that area. And wherever that mind and breath moves, the color is there. It is light. And as soon as you feel light and warm, love, the sensation of kindness and compassion begins to reveal itself. Move the breath to focus on expanding the area between your shoulders across your collarbone. bring the mind there to focus a little bit lower than you think, finding the energy of love near the heart. Where the mind goes, the energy goes. It deepens your awareness of sensation in that area. See if you can recall the sensation of your hand on your heart. Invoking a quality of compassion, inserting it into the sensation of the breath, expanding and massaging the area of the heart. And imagine that there was ease in that area that you've chosen. Imagine that instead of walking into areas that feel tense with swords and armor, that you entered with this sense of openness and love. Picture yourself in this situation and just begin to breathe in through both nostrils and out through the space between your eyebrows. Picture a small diamond between your eyebrows. As your mind goes to that area between your brows and the radiant quality of the diamond, feel energy, heat, light, maybe even tingling in that area. And begin to breathe out this light into the environment around you. And as you feel that they affect you, feel that you are affecting them. Hold them with eyes of love and compassion. Notice how they are all looking to avoid pain. just like you. See all of their points and sharp edges. See the discomfort. And instead of raising up your own pointed edges, invoke this sensation of love. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling, imagining you're breathing through the space between your brows. The light is enveloping everybody in this space. What was sharp begins to become softer. What was unmoving begins to flow and change. And the wisdom that each one of you holds, it is your birthright to have this wisdom. If you're in this body, you have it. This wisdom begins to reveal itself to you. A truth that we are all connected. We're all trying to avoid pain. And a sense of gratitude begins to arise where there was resistance. Gratitude for that wisdom, for the capacity to tap into love. Gratitude for the nature that is us, which is always changing, in flow, not static or stiff or pointed. Keep the mind focused on the light radiating from the diamond between your brows. You're breathing out love. And it's stoking your heart. Begin to draw the light back into your body. The diamond that was between the brows begins to sink, tracing the crown of the head and floating down to your heart. And inside this diamond is your world. Is that image you saw outside of you is now within you. creating a new memory, a new exchange. Place your hand on your heart again, and the other on your belly. Drawing the chin slightly down towards your hand. Invoking a sense of love and now gratitude for your practice, for this wisdom that is yours. Dedicate all of your efforts to whatever it is that your heart desires, to all those in your workplace that might or might not be wishing for more love. Offer it to them. And then come back slowly into the space. Thank you for joining me today in Invoking Love. Some things that I was trying to invoke in this practice was this connection between the mind, the breath, and an intention. That's a good way of stating it. Coming back to the breath, coming back to the breath in a certain area of your body, such as your hands, your heart, can be very powerful when you're in a place that was feeling like it wasn't moving, a place of stuckness or something. Okay, I like this question. I want to answer it. What if I don't feel warmth when I place my hands on my heart and belly? It felt somewhat neutral or numb. Should I try again later? So the sensation that arises, whatever arises, I use the sensation of heat, right? There is a kinetic, the nature of things is, two things touch, there's heat between them. So circulation, if your circulation is such that it's a little bit slower, that sensation will arise and it will take longer. The point of it is not to feel heat. The point of it is to feel that you're connected to your hand. The point of it is to know that when you bring your mind to a certain part of your body, that body sensation gets larger. And so it is a great, some people's, we all have different ways of sensing. So sometimes people won't see light or won't feel heat, but they'll have a sense of movement. Any sensation at all, any heightened sense of sensation, even saying, when I placed my hand there, I did not feel anything, is the beginning of a sensation. You know that your hand is where it is. And it's what helps us to auto-correct in the body is to bring awareness to certain, it helps us with our physicality and our strength. It helps us with invoking a sensation and trying to tap into a feeling, which is so important when we're trying to make any relationships with other people. How can I feel compassion for this person? How can I feel something else than what is appearing to me through the evidence of my eye? Can I also tap into another type of evidence that I'm able to collect through sensation of feeling, sensation of reference, of memory. So these are really important practices to keep moving. You can do this in your physical practice is really helpful. I would like to remind you that this is a practice, and just everybody take a moment to invoke love to any judgment that you felt in that practice and imbue it with some compassion for yourself. Remember, you can always visit these meditations in the future. You can come back to them. You can find us at round.glass, or any of our other social media platforms. It is a pleasure to practice with you. Please join me again.